So if we are looking at an overall project management approach,
Right.
on specifically on instrumentation and control side, all right. So one of the things I'm observing, especially on the academic side, is that instrumentation and control are still very much relevant in today's world.
Absolutely.
Okay, so any process industry that has automation requirements will have these elements in place. Correct. So not everything can move to microcontrollers and microprocessors. Okay, so I come to that question also. But from that perspective, from the concept to the final delivery, okay. So what are the major challenges you see in terms of project management perspective?
I would say number one is definition of the project and understanding the project, understanding the domain, and understanding coming up with strategies that are effective to give you a properly, let's say, a proper delivery of a project which will achieve the objectives. What are the objectives? Let's say my steam consumption is reduced, it's optimized, my fuel consumption comes down. That is optimization. Productivity being increased, improving that can be the case. Also, that by sitting at home, by looking at my phone, I know that, okay, this is what's happening on my plant, on my process. I'm able to monitor it. If there's an alarm, I get it on my phone, or I get it on my whatever, on my PC or wherever. And you are able to see all these things without having to ask 2-3 people in your company who may or may not be at the location at the required time. Also, taking care of things when people are not around. So this is very important. So when you have a big project, or it's not possible for a person to stand in front of the equipment and all the time see, or he might not be able to see the screen all the time. There may be things that are dynamically happening which you may not be able to capture. That is why looking at data that comes from the thing in the form of trends will tell you that, okay, at certain times this pressure is going down, but at the same time this temperature is also fluctuating by so much or something. So you could find patterns, you could find relation, you could find such things which can help you diagnose the thing, and also come up with strategies to maybe come up with preventive maintenance, saying that this signal is all the time fluctuating. What is the reason? Somebody has to go and inspect or check the calibration of things like that. So these are very important. And recently it happened that we had a jig over here at our company, and while the jig was used to test our own devices, one day the person came to me and he said that, look, the actuator, I've switched on the actuator, but it's not opening fully. It's not yet open. So he said, what could it be? So I said, simple, you just disconnect the electrical part from the mechanical part and just look and see whether the electrical part itself is working in isolation.
Yeah, right.
If that is working in isolation, then it's the mechanical. Start looking at the mechanical part. And right enough, we found that there were 2 big pieces of pipe that had come out from the sparging line due to it had failed, and it had got stuck in the valve.
Yeah.
The globe valve, the ball valve, it had got stuck there. So it was not able to open.
It couldn't move at all.
Yes. So troubleshooting, identifying areas, and understanding where to look is very, very important for the success of project. And this is best done stage by stage during commissioning itself. Don't leave things for later. And there's this temptation that let's switch on the whole thing. No, that's not a recommendation.
Right.